This time I said anyway. We are again 5 minutes early. Who cares? Let's get started. I think this might finally be the day we finish this game. I was hoping it'd be yesterday, but honestly, I really didn't think so because I knew we had still quite a bit more stuff we probably had to do. This time, however, I'm feeling pretty confident. We know where to go. We go to hardware. We can get there from the exterior. I'm going to try and help those people out from the exterior. Okay.
Microgravity detected.
I'm told my ops are hidden as an HR expense in the TranStar books. It's true. I do solve people problems. Your workmates hiding in the cargo bay are going to suffocate in a few minutes. Maybe you can save them, but you'll have to come out of the walls, Rat. Life support. The clock is ticking.
Morgan, Dal's cut off oxygen to the cargo bay. There's nothing I can do from here, and none of the doors are responding. Atmosphere controls are in life support. If you can help, do it quick, or this is the last time we'll be talking.
Miss Elazar is right to be alarmed, though her assessment is mistaken. Dahl is manipulating the oxygen and nitrogen mixture. With nitrogen flooding into the atmosphere, anyone in the cargo bay will asphyxiate far more quickly than had he simply cut the oxygen. I suspect they'd already be dead if Dahl weren't trying to use them to manipulate you.
Okay, let's look at my objectives. I know where Dahl's tech officer is. So let's take that off. Find a way to restore oxygen to cargo bay. I need to go to life support. Okay. I hate having to deal with those military operators. They destroyed my suit integrity way too fast. So, anyway, I started creating a gaming group for my friends here in my hometown. We haven't done anything yet, but we're going to get something going, apparently.
For an appointment? System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer. Diagnosing. Looks like you've had a rough day. This won't take long.
Glad you're here.
You can fill out a service questionnaire at the front desk. Come on, get up there. Finally. Take care of that thing. At least that doesn't need a charge. Yeah, the best thing to do is just run. I don't have the time or the resource to waste on that.
Right now, there's really nothing worse than dealing with those things.
Morgan, air's almost gone. Please, kill that sociopathic wirehead.
Oh. Alright, let's load from the autosave. Oh wait, no, let's load when we enter life support.
Morgan, air's almost gone. Please, kill that sociopathic wirehead.
I have no health?
What's the situation, Commander?
Okay. Where do I need to go?
Instruments clean. No echoes. Notify. Might have an echo. Firing
Atmospheric containment flush recommended. Life support air quality ratio below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended. Support air quality ratio below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended.
Oxygen flow control room.
Life support air quality ratio below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended. Life support air quality ratio below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended. Life support air quality ratio below standard operating levels.
Okay.
Atmospheric containment flush
I
recommended.
know where I need to get it, where I need to go.
There he is. Take him down.
Life support air quality ratio below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended.
least I know where Dahl is. Okay, so subdue Dahl without killing him. Okay, how do I do that? Okay, I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent before I even continue. Well, maybe even a rant, really. This game, as far as I know, doing L2 and using R to target and releasing L2, all it does is make you do kinetic blasts. I do not know, through this game's instructions, how to do any of these other powers like this. I have no idea. Everything else in the game works from what it says. This doesn't. Or if there's something that's going wrong, feel free to tell me, because I have no clue. I may end up just having to kill Dahl.
Atmospheric containment flush recommended.
Morgan, air's almost gone. Please, kill that sociopathic wirehead.
When active, time slows down around you. Actions cost less stamina.
What's the situation in Cargo Bay?
Oh,
Survivors still present.
you gotta be kidding me.
Oxygen nearly depleted.
Okay. What I'm gonna have to do... I'll have to just get out of there. And what I really need to do is, okay, let's... That's needed.
Below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended.
Morgan, air's almost gone. Please. Kill that sociopathic wirehead.
Life support air quality ratio below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended.
Okay, they're all over there.
Life support air quality ratio below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended.
What's the situation in Cargo Bay?
Air quality ratio
There he
below
is. Take him
standard
down.
operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended.
Okay. I want to try and use this first.
Ratio below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended.
Manual lock.
Kill you now, kill you later. I get paid either way.
Life support air quality ratio below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment
Goodbye, Morgan.
Okay. I'm just going to have to kill him. If it wasn't for this timer...
You right.
Recommended.
Vital signs critical.
Oh.
What was that?
Support air quality
There he is.
ratio
Take him
below
down.
standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended.
Oh.
Vital signs critical.
Life support air quality ratio. Standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment
Bye,
flush
Morgan.
recommended.
Oh. I need you to die.
Below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush.
Without Dahl, we have no chance of getting off the station. We're trapped here.
Life support air quality ratio below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended.
Morgan, the air's flowing again. I can breathe. And I hope this means Dahl can't. Thank you. A little longer and... Never mind. Elazar out.
Flush recommended. Life support air quality ratio below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended.
I really wish this thing didn't actually have a timer on it. I had no choice, I was already there. Oh well. This game is all about making decisions, though.
Life support air quality ratio below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended.
System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
Finally.
Support air quality ratio below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended. Support air quality ratio below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended.
it was either let the people die and incapacitate Dole, or save them and kill Dole.
A-Star in progress. Will report.
Hello. Good to see you again, Dr. Yu. System.
Difficulty can be changed at any time via the gameplay options menu without consequence. I think right now I'm playing at normal mode. I hate to see what hard mode is like for this game.
Microgravity detected.
Hello. Nice to see you. Whoops. Diagnosing. Superficial injuries. Nothing of portable medical kit can handle. Please, hold still. This will only take a moment. There. All better. Don't forget to complete a patient questionnaire. Your feedback will be invaluable.
Commander Dahl, this is Casper. Status report. All major servers and terminals are locked down. Rip-in intercept protocols are in operation. Searching access patterns within the last 3 hours. Progress estimate, 63%. Affirmative. Resuming. Server arcs after... Ripped.
Doors are working again, Morgan.
Prior
Nice work.
ejection.
I'm taking what's left of my crew to the atmosphere controls in life support. We're going to clear out Dal's shit-cat operators and make sure there are no more mishaps with the air on this station.
Dal populated his entire crew with customized operators. He made the mistake of hanging his hopes in a machine. Flesh and blood is messy, Morgan, but it's the only thing that matters in the end. Well done. The upload just kicked in. Feed me in the operator. We have important work to do.
Welcome. Maybe I can help you.
I know I may be speeding through this game pretty fast, but honestly, I am to the point where I feel done with the game. I've had fun, but the game has some serious issues. I mean, they're not so bad that I would say this is a bad game. It's not. It's actually a really good game. But it's held back by some... It's held back by a decision that I understand, but I wish they weren't there. Now, I know it's not... It's a part of the game. I get that. You have to make choices. Choices have consequences in this game. I understand that. I just wish there weren't so many military operators. It just makes everything look like a mad dash. Or what I mean to say is, this part right here at the end, well, I know it's supposed to be tough. I wish it was tough in a better way. Because right now, the difficulty is just spiked up like crazy. I mean, I don't mind difficulty spikes, but the difficulty spike here is pretty big. It's a pretty big leap from what I was used to. And I don't mind big leaps in big difficulty spikes in games typically. Just that for some reason it bugs me in this one. It's kind of hard to explain.
Vital signs critical.
System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
It kept up coming up behind me.
Vital signs critical.
I promised you my arming, Kate. All I ask is you hear me out first. And you can blow Talos 1 to pieces if that's what you think is best. I don't think you'll do it. I know. Because I used to think we couldn't be trusted to play with fire without burning the house down. But you convinced me. You showed me anything was possible, even if the price was steep. That part of you is still in there. We can make history, Morgan. Not those leeches on the TranStar board of directors, not Mom and Dad. You and I. Just like we planned. We've got the data to confirm what you suspected. And Carl is broadcasting a neural signal. A secret message reaching to the stars. What I want to know is what is the message? And who is listening to it? I think you know. Ever since we first tested the Typhon neuromods, you've known. This fabrication plan is for the null-wave device prototype you can see. It will hijack the Carl signal and use it to deliver a massive shock to every Typhon organism at once. Take it. And the army key, like I What? Morgan!
Whoa.
Morgan, we're in life support now. It's all clear. Air's normal across the board. I lost some good people fighting the black boxes. And Dahl wasn't here. If you see him before I do, make him pay. Elazar out.
Okay, save Alex. Apex Typhon. Use voice lock to shut safe room door. Here. Let's get some stuff, because I'm gonna need this stuff.
That creature is still trying to consume the station, and I've picked up multiple hull breaches. I believe in you, Morgan. Make this count.
Alex, I figured it out. Just too late.
Graves, are you still in fabrication?
The receptor molecules, the exotic neurotransmitters, we didn't synthesize them. And there's no terrestrial source.
Graves, don't do anything drastic. You know me. You know I always have a contingency plan.
We've been shoving it into our skulls. It all comes from them. But you never...
Going to send someone to help you.
I need to get this out now. Oh God, but the neuromods, they can still be fabricated.
Graves, do not touch the neuromod licenses. Do you hear me? Well, here we are. Hopefully you'll never have to listen to this recording, but if you do, then something unfortunate's happened to me. I suspect you've seen enough by now to abandon the notion of destroying Talos One. I've always been the one who thought we couldn't be trusted to play with fire without burning the house down. But you convinced me that we could do anything we imagined. No matter how ridiculous. I hope you still believe that. If not, then I'm glad I died before seeing my brother succumb to pessimism. We have the data to confirm what you suspected. The Coral is broadcasting a neural signal. A secret message reaching out to the stars. What I want to know is what is the message, and who is listening to it. I have a feeling you already know. I'm carrying a fabrication plan for the prototype null-wave device you conceived. Make one, then place it at the heart of the Coral. We will hijack the Coral's signal and use it to deliver a massive shock to every Typhon organism at once. Good luck, Morgan. I just regret I won't be at your side to see it happen.
Okay, so my voice is obviously familiar. Probably sound more tired than usual. It's been never-ending, setting up the rooms and protocols to test the new mods. The risk is substantial, but if we succeed, copying neural networks from the Typhon onto human minds is going to change everything. So I'm putting myself in the sim. I've done everything I can to make sure I don't wind up lobotomized. One last safety measure. Let me introduce October. Say hello. Hello, Dr. Yu. October will help you remember what you're supposed to do if things go sideways. Once testing starts, there's no going back. When they uninstall the mods and reset the test, it'll rewind me. I'll forget everything. Theoretically, they could keep me reliving the same day over and over, and I'd never know. If you're listening to this, that's probably what happened. It also means I don't know if I can trust my own brother. Alex won't like what I have to say next. I've started plans for a prototype null wave strong enough to kill every Typhon on Talos 1. I hid a copy of the plan on top of the data tower by the scary chair. You know the one I'm talking about. Alex agreed to explore the idea, but I know my brother. First sign of trouble, he'd rather blow it all up and blame someone else. So you're probably on your own. There's a lot at stake here. Too late to stick our heads in the sand. You know what to do.
Okay.
Left me to die. It's more important than ever now that we finish this the right way. Take care of the null wave device. I'll head for the bridge as soon as I catch my breath. How do I construct it? Fabricate prototype null wave device. Okay. Let's give me the plans for
Scan complete. More specimens required.
Morgan, you anticipated the kind of appeal Alex would make. Sibling bonds. History. You programmed me to refute him point by point. However, we can skip that. A Typhon the size of a skyscraper is currently eating Talos 1 for lunch. Ergo, Alex is wrong. Destroy the station. Just as you planned. The blast will take the monster down with it.
Destroy the station? But didn't you hear him? The null wave. Alex is correct. It could work and preserve what we have learned here. We have to try.
Igwe, look at the alien outside the station.
Of course it's a risk, but we've seen the generator work. To destroy all this, to murder a species, and the research lost. It's...
January's right, Morgan. We can't let these things get back to Earth, even if one of them hit Earthside.
Morgan, please. Destroying the station should be the last option, not the first.
need to get over on the other side. I pretty much decide I'm going to use the No Way Fabricator. Now, I haven't been here before.
Good evening, Tallow.
That was just a nutty one.
As a reminder, all personnel must complete monthly physicals during their stay aboard Talos 1. Dr. DeVries promises to make them as quick and painless as possible.
Hi, Morgan.
This is it. Either you destroy Talos 1, or that creature destroys us.
What the hell is that thing out there? Morgan.
The heart of the coral is in psychotronics in the original containment cylinder. Placing the null-wave device there will override the entire Carl network with our own signal. Use your psychoscope to locate the exact spot.
Mr. Yu, this is Eddie Voss. I work down in cargo. The fact is, we've been stealing from you, sir. It started small, just, moving harmless contraband on and off the station. Pharmas, food not on the safe list. I don't know, maybe you don't pay your techs and hardware enough, but, Lily got ambitious after a while. Started stealing neuromods, fabrication plans, selling them to TranStar rivals. Yeah, sit on that for a sec, Mr. Yu. Chasma's got our IP now. Lily made me modify some of the old alarm panels around Talos so, we could use them as dead drops. I'm certain a few of them still have company property. 3 taps of the wrench will pop it open. Anyway, I just wanted to say, I never meant for things to get out of hand. It just, took on a life of its own. But I'd like to make it right, any way I can. That's all.
I don't understand.
Okay.
the idea hasn't occurred to you, I'm sure it will eventually. Don't do it. I can't predict what would happen if you scan the Apex, but all my models point to suffering.
More specimens required. Research complete. Suit integrity damaged. Vital signs critical.
If the idea hasn't occurred to you, I'm sure it will eventually. Don't do it. I can't predict what would happen if you scan the Apex, but all my models point to suffering.
So do I have to equip these actually? Wait, what? Oh. I thought I pushed through the floor. Okay.
Microgravity detected.
Kill them. Adrenaline. And another dose of Morganellite. Do it.
That should do it. Come to the bridge. We can finish this thing once and for all.
This headaches. They're getting worse. Like teeth in the brain, sinking in. You feel it, MU? Screaming is louder now. Getting close. I think screams are coming from the future. And you... screams of people on Earth. Screams an animal makes when caught in a hunter's jaw.
Assume Alex's plan succeeds. Then what? You're taking a massive gamble that there aren't more predators like the Typhon. In the history of the universe, humans have only recently become self-aware. Yet you're going to kick the door open on a much wider and older cosmic ecology. One that feeds on consciousness. These are shark-infested waters. Alex believes we can be the bigger shark. But what if we're just poor swimmers, and now there's blood in the water?
So I'm gonna go ahead and do this ending, and depending on how it goes, I might do the blow up the whole building, blow up the whole station ending. From what I've seen, Alex has been the better individual in this. Morgan has always been, from what I've gathered, the worst of the two. I need to get to the abort, so. Yeah, it's like we're finally going to get to the end of this game. I might show off the other ending as kind of like an alternate ending sort of deal.
Microgravity detected. Active with adjustment.
I don't know if I've even seen the bridge before. Oh. Guess I have.
What the hell have you done?
I simply acted on Morgan's orders. Morgan.
Your operators locked me out of the comm terminal. We need to link up to the null wave device if we're gonna get that signal off before it's too late.
Consider the risk. Alex's plan, if it works, is only a short-term solution. None of us has the right to endanger every life on Earth.
If anyone's playing God here, it's you. Your lunatic plan denies everyone a birthright to the stars.
You know how neuromods are made. The demand will only increase. In the future Alex envisions, many will die for the benefit of a privileged few.
I'm not arguing with a glorified desktop. Kill it, Morgan.
Sorry, Morgan. I won't relinquish control of the terminal. You'll have to destroy me. Which means you will be destroying yourself.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
I'm sorry, Morgan. I didn't want to harm your brother. The directives you gave me require I do everything in my power to ensure you destroy Talos 1 and all the Typhon. Detonating the station safeguards the Earth, and perhaps provides a small measure of reparation. I won't relinquish control of the terminal. If you want to activate the null wave, you'll have to kill me.
Alright, let's save right here.
What is a neuromod? Well, it's both an easy answer and a complicated one at the same time. It is the future, today. More importantly, our past, today. This is the work TranStar does. Every employee working together. It's immortality, and it is beautiful.
So that is, I don't know, that seemed to be slightly disappointing. Oh, there's more to that. This is like about what happened when the whole incident first started. There's the nightmare. About 9 words. This whole song is just 9 words. I think it was 9 words anyway. yeah, there's that. We'll just move on from that. Now entering a hidden location.
It's finished. How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons is promising. Empathy quotient shows to be exceptionally high.
It probably thinks it was dreaming, and nothing mattered.
You're assuming it thinks like us.
Its life depends on it. Ours too. It all comes down to the choices it made.
It saved me from the cargo container. I would have suffocated otherwise. And later, it recovered the Leitner connectomes. They were of no practical use, except that they were deeply meaningful to me. It installed multiple Typhon-based neuromods. It could mean an instinctive return to its own kind, or an attempt to integrate its dual natures.
Michaela.
I would have died without my medication. That wasn't easy. That says a lot, I think, about its heart. Can I say that it has a heart? It also found my father's records. And then, I did not expect this, but it let me listen to them. Despite the self-incriminating content, it was willing to make itself vulnerable. Then, there was a man in psychotronics, Ingram.
Would you let it live?
Yes.
Sarah, you're next.
The situation in the cargo bay was bad. None of us would have survived without its help. And it destroyed a large number of Typhon across the station. That has to be a good sign. Further, it thwarted Dahl's attempt to use us as hostages. If it were one of my officers, I would give it a commendation.
Danielle, what do you say?
It found me. It didn't need to, but it did. I asked it to stop Volunteer 37, but it left him alive. It could mean a low drive for retribution. There were a lot of humans controlled by the Typhon that it could have harmed. Seems like it went out of its way to avoid that. I think it's worth the risk.
In the end, it chose to activate the null wave device. Why? To preserve the Typhon technology? We can't really know what its motives were for anything it did.
But we have to make a choice. You can hear us, can't you? Here. I want to show you something. What you experienced was a reconstruction based on Morgan's memories. This is the wall today. We spent years trying to put what you can do into us. We never tried putting what we can do into you. Until now. You're the bridge between our species. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us. Take my hand if you do. We're gonna shake things up, like old times.
Interesting twist. Low game. And now let's go ahead and do the the other ending. Just to see what'll happen. I'm actually about to go past my 2-hour mark, but to see what the alternate ending is, I think that'll be worth it. Or see what the blowing up the Talos station would have done. Also, I'm actually I'm glad I picked the ending that I did. Let's see what kind of difference is made in here. Okay, so we need to go to life support. But that was quite the twist. I really like that. It kind of goes with the theme that was at the very beginning of not everything is what it seems. Definitely not this game. Or at least not the story of this game, anyway. I wonder, is it even possible to still kill that one guy?
If the idea hasn't occurred to you, I'm sure it will eventually. Don't do it. I can't predict what would happen if you scan the Apex, but all my models point to suffering.
I'm glad they at least, I'm glad they did that, too, because, the part before it, in between the credits, or before the credits, I would have been rather disappointed in that. Now, I don't know what the Moon Crash DLC is about, but my guess is that the actual blowing up the station, I think that's the actual ending that you're supposed to go for. But I'm not so certain on that. I could be wrong. But it would make sense because the DLC. I mean, I don't know anything about the DLC other than what's named, and it takes place on the moon.
Hello, are you here for an appointment? System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact
Kill them. Adrenaline. And another dose of Morgan cell lights. Do it.
Good work. The reactor's primed and capable of delivering close to 30 megatons. More than enough. I'll meet you on the bridge for the last part. Hurry, Morgan. There won't be anything left to detonate if we're too late.
These headaches, they're getting worse. Like teeth in the brain, sinking in. You feel it, MU? Screaming is louder now. Getting close. I think sounds are coming from the future. MU. Screams of people on Earth. Screams an animal. Makes one caught in a hunter's jaw.
alert. Repairs needed. Hello. Please contact you again, Dr. Unir.
I thought I'd welcome that sound. You did it, Morgan. Now comes the fireworks. I do not know if they will be enough, but I think they will.
You can't get me.
Vital signs critical.
Ow, 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 ow. Okay, I gotta heal, I gotta heal. Do I have no heals? Yeah, that didn't do much.
Below standard operating levels. Atmosphere containment.
Attention. Station leadership has issued an alert. All personnel should report to muster stations immediately and await further instructions.
Microgravity detected.
Morgan, I had to restrain Ive several times by punching him. Who knows? I may have killed him. He tried to disable January. If you try to do the same, I can't let you do it. This station is proof of what happens when TranStar conducts operations unchecked. If the research survives, then the crimes here will continue, and these aliens, if even one survives, they'll escape again and again. Alex made his choice. Now, it is up to you to make the right one. If you want to trigger the null wave, you'll have to come through me.
Alright, let's blow the place up. Like originally planned.
Who? What am I talking to?
My name is January 2035.
Morgan?
There are many operators aboard
Maybe.
Talos 1,
I see
but none of them are like
looks
me.
like Morgan. You?
Morgan, be cautious. Your brother is unstable. He may not permit you to activate the self-destruct. Also, he's armed.
Unstable? Is that a joke, operator? You've let this machine poison you. Did it tell you it's not gonna let you off the station? Go on, tell him.
Your brother is correct. When you destroy Talos 1, my directive is to ensure that you perish along with it. But you already knew that. It was your idea.
No one in their right mind would agree to such a lunatic plan.
Not true. History is populated with examples of self-sacrifice for the benefit of others.
Easy to say when it's not your skin, robot.
I'm sorry, Morgan.
You have no idea what that word means. I'm gonna put a stop to this nonsense.
Your brother is only stunned. Though, obviously, once you activate the self-destruct, the point is moot. You're still going to activate the self-destruct, aren't you? Please recall, I am acting on your orders.
Warning, reactor detonation.
It's finished. All the directives you gave me have been completed, all except one. When the station detonates, it will destroy the Apex Typhon and every trace of technology derived from it, including you. But you know this already. It was your idea, after all. The alien neuromods you carry would pose an unacceptable risk to everyone on Earth if you returned. Have a seat, Morgan. You might as well enjoy the view in your final moments.
Warning, reactor detonation imminent. Please evacuate Talos 1.
Morgan, Morgan. До свидания.
I keep having this dream.
Oh, it's so choppy right now. Don't be choppy. Alright, we're gonna skip that, go right to whatever the hidden location is. So, are we going to get another evaluation, or... Or will it be totally different? Let's find out. No, the whole thing was a
It's
simulation,
finished.
no matter what.
How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons is promising. Empathy quotient shows to be exceptionally high.
It probably thinks it was dreaming, and nothing mattered.
You're assuming it thinks like us.
Its life depends on it. Ours too. It all comes down to the choices it made.
It saved me from the cargo container. I would have suffocated otherwise, and later it recovered the Leitner connectomes. They were of no practical use, except that they were deeply meaningful to me. It installed multiple Typhon-based neuromods. It could mean an instinctive return to its own kind, or an attempt to integrate its dual natures.
Michaela.
I would have died without my medication. That wasn't easy. That says a lot, I think, about its heart. Can I say that it has a heart? It also found my father's records. And then, I did not expect this, but it let me listen to them. Despite the self-incriminating content, it was willing to make itself vulnerable. Then, there was a man in psychotronics, Ingram.
Would you let it live?
Yes.
Sarah, you're next.
The situation in the cargo bay was bad. None of us would have survived without its help, and it destroyed a large number of Typhon across the station. That has to be a good sign. Further, it thwarted Dahl's attempt to use us as hostages. If it were one of my officers, I would give it a commendation.
Danielle, what do you say?
It found me. It didn't need to, but it did. I asked it to stop Volunteer 37, but it left him alive. It could mean a low drive for retribution. There were a lot of humans controlled by the Typhon that it could have harmed. Seems like it went out of its way to avoid that. I think it's worth the risk.
In the end, it chose to destroy Talos 1. Why? To protect Earth? We can't really know what its motives were for anything it did.
But we had to make a choice. You can hear us, can't you? Here. I want to show you something. What you experienced was a reconstruction based on Morgan's memories. This is the world today. We spent years trying to put what you can do into us. We never tried putting what we can do into you. Until now. You're the bridge between our species. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us. Take my hand if you do.
Alright, let's go full alternate ending. Let's see here. I didn't look at this last time. Survival mode options. Weapon degradation off. That would have been utterly horrible in this game. Oxygen off. That would have been horrible. Traumas. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go with any of the survival mode options for this game. For what it put in front of me near the end. Alright, and that is it. That is Prey. I hope you all enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. I've had my issues with it, but I did enjoy it. So, next time, we're gonna have a different game after all this time. Yeah. Let's get something and play it. Well, I'll see you all next time. Maybe even tomorrow, if things turn out well enough. So, have a good night. Stay frosty, my friends.